It's all good. All right, let's move on to exam stress relief tips with Amanda. I wanted to pull up some relaxing music. Maybe I'll find some here. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Amanda, I wanted to give you your piece because there's a lot of students right now, varsity athletes and otherwise, that we're going to be listening to this podcast now that we're on iTunes.
Better be.
And prepping for exams, and they can relax and unwind a little bit.
So we're in exam time right now, and one of the most important things when you're in exams, you're sitting in the library a lot, blood's building up in those legs, you got to get active, get out there, play a game. Hopefully something active like squash or pickup volleyball. That's always going on at local gyms at universities. Or you could even take a break at a local coffee place and play a board game with a couple friends. Something that I found that was kind of interesting about confidence is just fixing your posture. Even when you're going into a job interview or you're in an argument or you're in an exam, if you fix your posture and you have more of a power pose, nothing crossed, nothing closed off in your body, you're automatically going to approach that situation with more confidence, which is pretty interesting.
I think that goes for a lot. People always talk about right before you go into a job interview.
Yeah.
Like going into a stall and like sitting up straight and smiling for 5 minutes straight, which is psychotic.
And you're supposed to spread your arms out.
Yeah, so you feel larger and you feel more in charge. And when you walk into the room, you like own the room and stuff. There's a lot of like crazy psychological tricks to making yourself more confident.
If you're watching this podcast right now, check out Marshall and I's power pose.
Yeah.
Power pose.
As you can notice.
All right, 1, 2, 3, power pose.
My posture during this radio show is impeccable.
Yeah.
I end up sitting like this for the majority of it.
Your nose is just holding your whole body up.
My nose is actually talking through the mic.
Okay, and just like right now, laughter is always the best medicine. So while you are studying, maybe we will post a couple of funny clips that you can share with your friends, because having that little point to laugh is always good. Do something that rewards all of your work at the end of the day. Maybe say you're going to watch your favorite show at the end of the day, you're going to call up your friend, you're going to call your mom. I don't know, a lot of mama's boys out there. You're going to go to Yorgotese.
Shout out to the mama's boys.
That's a reward for you.
Or watch Drake make out with Madonna, because he did that last night.
That can be in the funny video and the rewarding section of this thing.
How do you tie that into this conversation?
It's funny. I had to give the shout out.
No, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying
it's funny.
Or
watch. Have you guys seen that video of the guy from Newfoundland, the junior hockey heckler?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
If the young boys can't handle it, they should stick to tiddlywinks
and PlayStation. You have to watch it. We have to link to it. It has to be on the soundboard.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put the tiddlywinks. Whoa. Relax the music. Jeez.
Get in a routine. Schedule when your studying time is. If you have like a bazillion exams in one day, but the university is saying, no, you can't. You can handle that.
Yep.
You got to schedule.
Which happens way too often, by the way.
It does. I remember having an exam at night, an exam in the morning, and an exam that later afternoon.
Yeah, but
and
you're
they
smart.
Were like, no.
That's unrealistic compared to Scott. No.
Well, yeah, that's why I have Thursday at 7, 2 the next day, 9 on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And people were like, I was like, yeah, I can't get that switched by the university. And everyone I've talked to is like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. And I was like, that's the tightest possible window I could have with having it on 3 separate days.
After all of that, I picture myself walking out of the gym, just falling to my knees and then falling asleep on the tarmac and hoping I
don't care if it's a 9 o'clock exam. I'm having a beer when I go home.
Yeah. BioSteel just approved.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, look, I'm telling you. I'm a big deal.
Good stuff.
I can make it happen.
All right. These guys are just messing up my segment so hard right now.
Sorry.
No,
I got you music.
We're definitely contributing.
You're contributing.
Trying to make the people relax.
Give social media time out, but not our podcasts.
Yeah, true.
Or our Twitter account.
So give social media time out, because when you get all these notifications, it gives you like a sense of urgency and you get stressed. You don't want to get stress rashes on your body before an exam.
Stress.
Are those real things?
I don't know.
If you have stress,
I'm gonna look into it.
I created it. People are like, "Oh, I got stress. I got a stress rash."
If you have a stress rash, maybe go to the campus health center and make sure it's stress related.
I heard this on a podcast.
As well, get some sleep. Adriana Huffington, one of her biggest things in the entire world is get sleep.
Okay, who is that?
Adriana Huffington?
Huffington Post.
Is that one person?
That's who we're taking our advice.
She's our sleep expert?
Yeah, she's freaking successful. I'm going to take my
advice. What did she do?
From her.
She started.
How'd she make her money?
She started the Huffington Post. What do you mean?
But you have to have money in order to start the Huffington Post.
All right, get active, get sleep, eat food.
How many hours?
Eat right.
What food?
Eat right. Don't eat pizza every night.
Whoa.
That's like a poem you can take.
Yeah.
Eat fresh. Subway.
Yeah.
Solicit
No,
for
I did read
companies
that.
They do not
Don't
give us money.
don't eat fast food during the break. Only if you like finish something.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it'll
And you
mess
should
with you.
snack like all day. And
Yeah,
try-
you're supposed to
try
have
not
8 to
Goldfish
to-
crackers.
8 to 10 small meals.
Almonds,
Don't have
goldfish
goldfish crackers.
crackers.
Don't listen to Scott's diet. How many hours of sleep a
Oh.
night should you be having?
At least 8.
At least what? At least 8.
Or 8.
I feel like that's counterproductive.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I
No.
feel like anywhere 6 to 8 is like perfect.
So what was your study habit? Like when you were studying for exams, what was a typical day like?
See, I did not follow this list. I was like, God,
Marshall, did
I
you
had
follow this?
Scotch tape with my eyes open.
It varies.
Okay. I don't go past 6. There's not a chance.
You don't go
in
past 6?
No.
6 hours of sleep?
Do you know what I
6
used to
6
do?
p.m. I would not study past 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Good
I'm
for you. Put in your 9 to 5. You go home. You have a
I've
beer,
always
and you're
treated
out.
it. I've treated it like a 9 to 5 for so
it.
long.
That's
but
awesome.
then because I'm like I'm gonna be distracted anyways because I'm gonna want to watch something.
Yeah.
And so I said, all right, I'll work from 9 to 6 pretty much. Take an hour break for lunch.
Punch out.
Punch out. That's
Take
it.
the bus home.
Yeah.
You know that one like YouTube clip of the motivational speaker that's like,
The guy in his car?
no, he's talking about like a
Send me that
Buddha who takes him underwater when he's like, when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, that is when you'll be successful.
Are you talking about the one?
Are you talking
it's
about-
so weird, and the guy's like on the beach at some point.
Yeah,
I know
and
that.
then he-
That was a really popular one.
And
yeah.
then he talks about
Oh,
Beyonce
okay.
and she's like, she forgot to eat. And I'm like, well, that's not.
You know who my
okay.
favorite motivational speaker is? University of Alabama strength and conditioning guy.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Red Lightning or whatever?
Oh, you couldn't
I
hear it.
used to listen to that while I was studying. Like,
The
so that I didn't
motivational
fall asleep.
speech?
Yeah.
I know people
Oh,
that listen.
geez.
I know
See,
people
that's,
that listen
like-
to Mozart as well while they're studying.
Yeah, classical music is my stuff.
Is that really a thing?
I heard a
Yeah.
study about that, and it's more like what you're into. Like, if you like listening to Mozart and studying, it'll keep you engaged. But if you're not like totally into it, then it
Yeah.
actually has no benefits.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good because it doesn't have any.
What are the pros and
Yeah,
cons?
you force yourself to this music that you hate.
Yeah, you're
But
not.
if you
just
can
gonna hate your
tolerate
hate, yeah.
it. I just couldn't do the lyrics. That's always my thing.
Yeah, no lyrics.
Pros and cons of listening to Blink 182 while you study.
Pros, a lot of them. The songs are good.
Pros, nothing specific,
Yeah.
but a lot.
Few.
Triple.
Cons,
Bleeding eardrums and no work done.
oh, you don't like them, eh?
No, I love Blink 182. I'm just saying
Oh.
if you're listening to loud, crazy punk music, what are the
I think you would just be in like.
we need to get Austin back to do the analytics of music
Yeah.
for studying.
Austin?
But I don't think Blink-182 would inspire you to do studying because it would just make you think of a
It would
more
make you wanna-
positive time. Like I would hear some of the songs and be like, "Yo, that's a karaoke jam."
I'd want to
Yeah,
like
that's
jump
true.
around and lose my shoes or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah. When
Last thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was.
Last thing, get out in nature or like study by a plant because I know that sounds silly, but it calms you a lot. Maybe make
Okay.
a little succulent
Yep.
garden.
I will recommend McMaster students. Coots Paradise is great.
Yep.
But I do not trust the geese there right now. Seriously, I went to
Yeah.
Sassafras Point, and these guys were
These
they
guys
were coming up. There was three.
While
There were three geese
Yeah.
coming up on the shore, like walking towards
The Walking Dead coming out of the water, zombies.
So I don't know what it is, man.
They actually called campus security last year, not to make this McMaster centric, but because they were pecking people. Canadian geese were just walking up
in
and
front of
chomping on people's
our
legs.
library. So yeah, I know we talk a lot about McMaster, and it's a great place, but it's not when it's geese season.
It's a great place, but it's not.
At my friend's
the
work,
geese
this
have ruined
one goose like built a nest right outside, like
Really?
next to her parking spot, so she can't park there anymore.
Yeah.
because it like hit someone and knocked them over.
Yeah, when I was riding a bike to work, a goose would fly. He started to fly at me because its chicks were around.
Let's be real though. There's worse things. Like if you're living in Florida, you got gators. If you're living in Australia, you got
Everything.
curriches, everything.
Everything trying to
Like,
kill you.
I would rather have a Canadian goose peck my leg.
Respect, yeah.
Rather have it
I
gnaw
agree.
off my limb than I would deal with drain
What I'm
flies through the
picturing in
You
weird.
my
want to
head
lose
now
an
is
appendage?
I'm saying there's worse things. Like I was thinking about this the other day randomly. Tarantulas inside shoes. That's terrifying.
Yeah, going to
Oh,
Australia
why would
soon.
you say
Not
that?
excited.
Yeah.
Way to end this on a high note, man.
Last thing I want to say, if you're going to the Jays game tonight, they are doing different security there. You will have to go through a metal detector. It won't pick up anything like coins or anything like that, but if you have a large electronic cell phone, you might have to take that out. So go 20 or half an hour early.
Are they clear
So you
bags
get
yet,
in.
like the NFL?
I don't know. They'll look at bags, but it's more this like new metal detector thing. They
Okay.
just don't want
Yeah.
it to slow down everyone.
No,
So
that's
go
good.
half an hour early.
I'm glad that you brought that up because tonight is the Jays home opener. That's why I have my jersey on. I'm not going
Josh
to
Johnson
not going to
jersey?
the game. Yeah. Josh Johnson, guess how much I paid for this?
$20.
$60.
$7.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
at Sport Check.
Yeah.
It was on like a 60% off rack plus an extra 30 for something plus somebody I know may or may not have a Sport Check discount. So it combined those three things, and they were like, and your total is $7.42. And I was like, here's a 10, keep the change.
You were like, here's a gift card.
Thank you for the stitched Blue Jays jersey, and for the guy who got shipped up here from the Marlins and then sucked. There's also a guy,
Josh.
there's also a guy who plays Brock basketball named Josh Johnson. Yep.
Oh,
yeah, he's a backup guard coming off the bench. Quality minutes. That is your OUA roundup. That's how you tie it all together. Yes. Tweet of the week, wanted to play real quick as well. Last thing that we're doing on the show today, and then we will get out of here. Narinder is not coming in today. If you are listening, waiting for Sertal Radio, he is coming. We're going to put an extra old episode on for him. So here's a favorite of Scott Hasty. Tweet of the week. I was too lazy to make my own tweet of the week sound, so I just pulled Lee Ellis's. Which your brother got a shout out from Lee Ellis at the Starters yesterday.
Oh, did he?
That was great, yeah, on Twitter.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, tweet of the week brought to you by Stevenson Bone, quarterback, backup right now, working around at Western. Said, there's a Masters champion younger than me. Time flies. That's a weird moment when you realize that there is a champion at a major sporting level.
All you're thinking is, what have I done?
Yeah. And when you look at it and see like, hey, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, happy 22nd birthday over the weekend for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm like, I'm 23.
That's what I was thinking,
That guy's got it made.
When Russell Wilson has already had a divorce and won.
And playing for the Texas Rangers in the preseason. I saw a headline from him yesterday. He wants to play two sports. He's not like, it'd be cool. He's like, I can do it. It's not
his
that
wife
hard.
left him, so he's got lots of time.
He's dating an Instagram star now.
It's
not.
And now she got more famous.
Yeah, it's not a good situation though. And my last tweet of the week shared between Stevenson Bone and Sarah Karimi here from McMaster at Libero Sayar. He actually took over our OUA Today Twitter account during the CIS Volleyball Championships. He said, practice and lifts every day to prepare for the next season. It's only April, so excited for September. #Nationals at home. Because McMaster is hosting the CIS Volleyball Championship next year. Thank you everybody for listening. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the podcast. We'll be sending that out as soon as we possibly can.
Austin will be sending you your homework.
Yeah,
thank you for joining
Austin, thank you for joining the show. That was great to have him on. Really cool perspective. The guy that played in the league and is that interested in researching the growth and development of the league. I'm just here to cover it. He's actually doing the real work. Talk is easy.
Fair enough.
Talk is cheap. Thank you for listening, everybody. At OUA Today, at Marsh 2 Ferks, at Weldon Amanda, at Scott 1 Hasty. Back next Monday. Next Monday, we're going to be having, planning on an award show. We're going to have the Golden Glow UAs. We're going to give it all the awards because it is award season, so make sure to tune in next week for, we'll see if we get the copyrights to that. My video pick of the week this week, it's kind of random, has nothing to do with OUA or CIS sports. It's the trailer to Sonic's Gate, which is one of my favorite documentaries. I was watching the Oklahoma City Thunder game last night, and there was so many ads for different businesses in Oklahoma City. I'm sure it's a great town, but the people of Seattle badly need basketball, and I would love to see them have it. So thanks everyone for joining. We'll leave you with Sonic's Gate on the video podcast side. Everybody else, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
The ultimate goal has been and continues to be to preserve the future of professional basketball here in the Northwest region, and to do it in a way that I think reaffirms our commitment to our fans.
Learn how the Sonics were stolen from Seattle. A city held hostage.
I think the NBA has to make an example of a couple of teams every now and then.
It is a national issue fought locally.
Greed.
To me, if it is a public trust, he violated that public trust.
He tried to run a basketball team like his coffee business.
Lies.
We have great respect for history.
Betrayal.
There aren't many teams that have been in one place for 4 decades.
At the end, it was about money.
Heartbreak.
It was like fighting against a hurricane. You have hope the hurricane's not going to blow your house down. But good luck with that.
The true story behind the hottest young team in the NBA.
Their whole game plan was to get out of town and create as much ill will in the process as they could.
There are a lot of villains in this story.
No more Sonics makes no sense at all to me.
Save our Sonics! Save our Sonics! Save our Sonics! Sonics Gate, Requiem for a Team.